Hello, this is Perry Mink, and it is Monday, August 31st, about almost 6:30 in the evening, and this is the current event for today and what's happened over the weekend as well. And at the end of the video, I will update and discuss the homework assignment. So today, Winnie and I went to Tony LaRussa's Animal Rescue Foundation to the Emergency Medical Fund clinic, and I went in because I was not getting the correct response from them about our application process. So the supervisor, who is, her name is Christine Wong, met me at the door. That was the first time that I met her, and she said that she received it, and I said, well, you emailed saying that you didn't receive it, and I tried to confirm, and then she said, well, you sent it through Instagram, and I said yes. I think that's where I sent it through. I tried several different places, but I think that was where I sent it through. But nobody emailed me back. So I said, okay, I'm going to go in. And then it was like a conversation of, again, speaking to somebody who wasn't connecting the dots and speaking about the actual situation. So it was upsetting, and so I told her right out that nobody is to be terrorizing, and that this terrorist tactic is Nazism, and it comes from the Catholic Church, and nobody is supposed to be perpetrating that on the customer, on the consumer, and taking it out on the patient and the client. And of course, Winnie was my biggest concern. So she says that the appointment is for this coming Friday at 3 p.m. Can you come in? And I said yes. And then I said, what is going to happen on Friday? What are you going to do with Winnie? And they said that they were going to run a test, I guess a blood test. And then I almost started to talk about what was happening with him, and then I decided, no, I'll just talk on Friday. So that was what happened, and again, it's frustrating because we're talking about a medical situation, and the government, the terrorists within the government are using Asian people to perpetrate this extension, terrorist extension on me because they don't want me to know or have justice in the Encina case. And I told her, I was very clear that I'm an American and nobody is supposed to be going along with these terrorists. But I didn't tell her that they're using Asians, but they did use Asians. They used an Asian lady, a Japanese lady, through the Behavioral Health Court program, who was at the TLC Clean and Sober Living, and I don't know what they ended up doing with her. And she was a full Japanese woman, a little bit older than me. And then there was a Japanese woman through the Veterans Affairs who was working at their HUD-VASH housing program, which is how I got this subsidized housing. And again, I don't know what happened with her, but it's scary because what are they doing to cause these people to behave this way? We want to know exactly how are they threatening them, how are they forcing them, how are they influencing them, how are they intimidating them. Some are going along with it because they are part of and as I say, many people are joining in with it for different reasons. Black people, Hispanic people, Asian people. I've not seen one Hindu join in with it, and I haven't seen any Islamics join in with it. And but it's scary that they're trying to present in the community that we're supposed to be scared that the Islamics are trying to take over. And they were telling the Jewish people here that it was Sharia law that we were supposed to be afraid of. Then I recently got a flyer from Diablo Valley College, which is the transfer station, the bus transfer station, and they're putting images of women in, you know, clothing that a Muslim would wear. And that's scary because in general you don't see a lot of Muslims. You just don't. So it's a tactic that they're using. It comes from the Catholic Church. So I still don't have gas. So there's no hot water, no no stove, you know, no gas burners burning for the stovetop. And and then I got a letter from Republic Services to contact them about my letter that I recently wrote to them with a check payment. And it's scary because they're not communicating with you rationally. There's no, like, interaction. And this is something that the church teaches, the Catholic Church. They're not Christian, they're Roman Universal. So it's scary, and that's the update as to what is happening with the current events of, you know, how am I doing right now. Alright, so I wanted to explain that these terrorist tactics are occurring simultaneously directed at other people that I knew. So it could be, they could be terrorizing at the same time any of my blood family relatives, their family members, anybody that I knew from before. And those of you who are up to date with the Facebook posts and my YouTube video recently for the people, the last one, I shared a photo of me when I was dressed in a Halloween costume with my friend, and we were going to go to a Halloween party. And that person needs to be protected. They probably didn't think or remember or didn't think to check, but she was somebody that I spent, you know, some time with. And so it's possible that they could try to, you know, terrorize her simultaneously, especially since I posted that photo. Now, the other issue is when when I'm out in the community, there's no telling at what point they're going to terrorize me. So if it's not on a bus, then it could be the clerks at the stores. If it's not the clerks at the stores, then it could be somebody driving by us. There was a point where they were spraying gasoline at us. If it's not that type of terrorism, it could be something happening here at this, what I call Gestapo Jewish ghetto apartment. And that's what's so scary. I haven't seen the landlord come around here recently. The neighbors do still act out towards me. If I go out to water the plants, all of a sudden the neighbor in the back, the senior woman, all of a sudden comes out like she's doing it directed at me. She hasn't sprayed the windows lately. It's possible that she sprayed at the succulent down by the fence line, and some of you may have seen me post that on Facebook. And so I had posted over the weekend this is for the homework assignment, 2 cases for people who are learning about this cruel Catholic MO, because it's saturated our legal system, and so the Catholic is getting preferential treatment. And so a crime is committed, and the Catholic is in the government, and the relative could perpetrate the harmful act, but the Catholic is in control, and so the criminal walks free. And so I posted about first, well, the case that is disturbing was the Trayvon Martin case, and that was getting national attention, and I think that it was getting worldwide attention as well. And the family members started a change.org petition, and they had huge uh, support through that change.org petition. I mean, it was huge. It was just huge. And they went to the council there, the council, city council members, and at the time, I didn't know, but the judge, the man who killed this Trayvon Martin, this black teenager, was the son of a judge, and they were Catholic. He was George Zimmerman, who killed this boy, was also raised Catholic. And it wasn't until later that I remember hearing a news report that his father was a judge. And so I posted recently over the weekend about that. And that's what's happening out here. The people in the government are Catholic, and so they're giving themselves protection and preferential treatment. And so their friends and family are perpetrating organized crime in the community, and you don't know it. You're just, I mean, this is a very diverse community. People from all over the world come here. They have a international student program at DVC, and so you see people from all different backgrounds, young people, and the government, for some reason, is allowing these Catholic people to just run amok. And it's scary because your life is being destroyed. You're being used, and at the same time you're being destroyed and exterminated, eliminated. And they're doing that to the Asian girls, where the men are targeting the young girls at the DVC and having sex with them and then raping them, and it's making them unstabilized because the man is unstable. And then NAMI comes in and claims that the girls are the Asian girls, the Asian young adult girls, are the ones that are the problem. And then they're exploiting them and making them out to be mentally ill, and they're supposed to go on a drug or something. But it's the other way around. The men are purposely targeting the young women for sex, and then without saying anything, they're hunting them, and then using them for sex, and then never explaining themselves. Alright, so the Trayvon Martin case was one, and then on Saturday I posted about the death of this actor, and I had never heard of him before. His name is Chadwick Boseman, and apparently I looked up a little bit about him, and he's like an icon for the Panther movie about Black Panthers, and then he died on August 28th of colorectal cancer. And what shocked me was what popped up on my YouTube for a news release was from ABC, and it said that young people don't know about a rise in cases of colorectal cancer for the younger people, and that the reason that they're getting colorectal cancer is because they're not getting tested. That's a lie. And these young people don't realize that the government, these Nazis, have got in there and they're influencing how the media is supposed to present this particular colorectal cancer, which you get from having anal sex. And so rather than tell the students through all the universities and the colleges saying anal sex is a direct cause of colorectal cancer, they're not saying it. And so instead, they're again exploiting these people in general, common people, and not telling the truth, not explaining things, and then the um, the common person is the subject of the exploitation Nazi tactic, and so they might think, hey, I need to go get a colorectal cancer test regularly, knowing not without realizing what's causing it. And then in the meantime, these other professionals are getting money and kickbacks and money laundering for running a test scam. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I wanted to get at about this Chadwick Boseman, because in the movie industry, sex is being used as exchange for then this person wanting to proceed in their profession, in the media profession, in the movie profession, so in the entertainment profession. So they're basically having to prostitute in order to succeed in some way or form, or hope to succeed in some way or form in the entertainment industry. And we've heard that through the last decade, that is just really become so violent towards children actors, that are, before 18 years of age. So you could imagine what's happening to them as a young adult. Then we're seeing this in the tech industry. And in part 7, one of my analytical case comparisons is that case of Hans Reiser, who's in the tech industry and murdered his Russian wife. And there was exposure of this sex deviance in the tech industry. So that same concept is what has happened in the legal system here, but we don't know it. We didn't know it. The common person here doesn't know it. You think that if you go to the courthouse, you're going to get your case heard. That's not true. It is corrupt in the sense that they are practicing human trafficking, and it's very dangerous. And so it's dangerous for the people in the community because the court system is not a legitimate entity. It's basically a pimp house and a whorehouse, and then they're calling it cowboys and Indians. It's sickening. It's scary and sickening. So the final word for today is the history snippet, is that the Catholic Church Vatican has ordered that the Catholics, through their school systems, through their teaching methods, take over the United States. And it's not through civil behavior, it's through terrorism. And this isn't the first time since their inception that they have used terrorism to take over regions, territories, lands, and so forth. What they did hundreds of years ago, even 1,000 years ago, is they would go on rampages through the region, and they would just start stealing, pillaging, raping, murdering, and if you didn't convert, then you were going to be dead. And that's what they're doing here, and they're doing it to us systematically through their different organized crime rings. And in this country, in the United States of America, we have laws to protect the citizens against marauders. We have laws to protect us against these terrorists. And that is what I'm fighting for us. And the federal government needs to close their schools, and they need to get this contained, and they need to stop them now. And Nancy Pelosi needs to be taken to an institution. And they know this. They know this. All right. So it's about a 20-minute video, and I want to thank all the people who, behind the scenes, are protecting me and protecting other people, and it must be pretty scary for them too, because this organized crime ring is so dangerous, so clandestine, so sneaky, so vile, so violent, and they're using such dirty methods, and I just want to say thank you. All right, so the homework assignment is, those were the two cases that I wanted to help those to identify the cruel Catholic MO, and because they used that Chadwick Boseman, and then of course they gave preferential treatment to George Zimmerman, and and then I will, as the days go on, I will discuss about the homework assignment from for the people. All right, thank you very much for listening, and please spread the word. Please let other people know what we are experiencing here in Contra Costa County, in the San Francisco Bay Area, in California, in the United States of America. And we need to put our foot down. No Catholic should be able to migrate here. Just the fact that there's an order from the Catholic Church to destroy America. All right, thank you very much. Signing off for now.